Hello guys, Mycorrhiza and welcome to another indie game. This one's called Mycorrhiza, I don't know how to spell it. And it's supposed... I'm already spooked, right? It's a horror game. And I'm already so scared because the music and this horror manga graphics looks amazing and I'm already scared. So it says click on a door to start. When you're in a labyrinth, you're supposed to follow your left to go out, so I'm gonna click the left door. Oh my god. Oh my god, it starts like a manga or comic. That's amazing. Act 1. Pets. Holy crap, this looks amazing. Holy moly. My eyes were burning. It felt like hot coals were lying on my eyelids. I slowly opened them and attempted to myself from the cold asphalt, but it failed. My whole body was heavy and my head felt like it was being squashed by a hydraulic press. Oh my god, that's so awful. After a few attempts, I finally succeeded and tried to make out of here it was. The fog in my mind left slowly and I realized that it was in a dark alleyway. My vision was still blurry and I had trouble keeping my eyes open, but I couldn't tell that I had never seen this place before. Slowly, my heart began to race. Was I abducted? Mugged? What had happened to me? I hastily checked my body, fortunately finding no wounds. Why was I feeling this weak then? Maybe I was drugged? Maybe. Oh, this looks nice. As I tried to recall what might have happened to me, my eyes finally focused and I could see the house in front of me. In fact, it was only a house on the street, with its lights on. Dirty yellow glow shone through every single visible window. I felt some sort of relief knowing that the tenants were awake. Perhaps they could tell me where I was. I wouldn't mind somewhere either. I approached the front door. It took me some searching to find the doorbell through the overgrown ivy. A deep gong ran out from within the house when I pressed it. The sound, amplified by the cold wind cutting through my shirt, made me tense up. Why not chase for a doorbell sound? I thought while moving my upper arms toward myself. I waited. No one answered. My mind twisted in confusion. Why was no one coming? Maybe they aren't home. I rang the doorbell again. Then I tried knocking. No response. No one was coming. I didn't understand. Did they forget to turn off the lights and go on vacation or something? You should turn on the lights when you're not home, so people think you're home and they don't steal your stuff. Well, that's what I do. When I do go out, because I usually don't go out of my house because I'm afraid of someone stealing my stuff. As a last resort, I tried turning the doorknob and it actually opened. This worried me. Did something happen to the family living here? Perhaps I should find a phone and call the police. Suddenly a loud crash echoed through the street. My hair started to pound as my body tensed up. I wanted to dash into the house, but I refused to move. What was the sound? Was something out there? Pictures of otherworldly monster and armed kidnappers popped into my mind as my eyes scanned the darkness. The world was silent once more. I was still in edge, but my body slowly started to relax. As I regained my composure, I'm gonna save the game just in case. I decided I didn't want to find out what's there. I cautiously slipped through the threshold and firmly closed the door behind me. Oh no. It's more spooky inside. I felt an immense large on the hill since I was trespassing into a stranger's home, but I'd rather face a police questioning than wander around a strange neighborhood in the middle of the night. Scott. Hello? Is anyone here? No answer. The house was eerily quiet, so I'm Scott, right? Scott is the main character. I'm Moriko. I cautiously ventured further down the front hall. Perhaps I could find a telephone. I stopped in front of one of the doors. A dim yellow light seeped silently through the bottom crack. I turned the knob. Locked. Then the next one, also locked. They all seemed to be. I frowned. Why were the lights behind these doors lit? It gave me an uneasy feeling. The door at the very end of the hall was the only one I hadn't tried yet. I grasped the handle and turned slowly. I hope this game doesn't have, like, screamers because I have problems with my heart and I don't want to die playing a spooky game. It swung up in the complete darkness. Once again, my body tensed up while my mind started to conjure horrific images. A beast with dislocated limbs and crooked teeth creeping towards me from the darkness. A floor littered with corpses and walls stained with blood. A giant spider sitting in a corner, waiting for its chance to strike. My hands shook. Oh, I love this one. I love this shivering text. My hands shook as I reached to flick on the light. It was an ordinary burden. Something's going to happen, right? Something is going to happen. I don't want to keep on playing this. My heart will slowly calm down as I realized that it seemed to be. And I just noticed I'm blocking part of the text. Since there's something, I'm gonna move myself to this right of the screen. I'm scared. I'm sorry. I felt as mostly getting scared of nothing. A quick search yielded nothing but barren dusty shelves. The bed was the only meaningful object present. I'm looking down. I'm trying not to look at the game. I'm already spooked. I'm sorry. I'm such a coward. Slowly but surely, the fatigue washed over me. The more I looked at the bed, the more tempting it became. With my adrenaline rushing fading, I found that I was more exhausted than I had realized. Like a worm worming its way into an apple, a single thought slowly appeared in my mind. I had to sleep. Oh my god, I'm so scared I can't keep playing this. That wasn't the only thing I could think as my conscience faded. You know, I love this kind of horror games. Nothing is really happening, but your mind starts thinking about stuff. Like the main character. Nothing has happened, but he's so scared of things that may happen. And that's the scariest thing of all stuff that could happen. I had to sleep. The world turned dark and the soft covers of the bed pulled me deeper and deeper into the black abyss. Some people have gotten as little as a couple of hours of sleep the last couple of nights. Let's hope that this will all be over soon. What? What's happening? Oh my god, no, something was happening. I don't want to play this game. I don't. I should awake. It was as no time has passed, I remember falling asleep. Feeling a bit better, I decided to take another look around the house. The fact that no one was here even though the lights were on was still nagging at me back of my mind. But I was more confident that I'd be able to find help now that it's daytime. Oh, oh my god, what is this? Oh, it's like a painting, right? I thought it was like a hole in the wall. I left the bedroom to retry the doors just in case. They were still locked. I have at least like to take a shower. It's not your house, man. Come on. I smelled my clothes and they had indeed started to smell a slight sour. It would have been nice to access the kitchen as well, although it was doubtful there was much food here given the house's empty state. This place seemed to have nothing left to offer. I'd be off putting in the streets now that I was day off, and if I was still missing my wallet. I left the house for the bright sunlight. The back street didn't seem too bad anymore. I found it to be rather cozy and quaint. I made my way down the... This is looking all too good. Something really bad is going to happen, I'm sure of it. The path until I heard the faint sound of conversation in the distance. A weight lifted from my heart when I first glimpsed people walking around a pedestrian area. There weren't too many of them, though. And as I looked around, I got the feeling that it was rather a small town. Trees and flowers were planted at regular intervals, which gave it more of a rural atmosphere. It didn't matter. I could finally ask for help. Scott, excuse me, could you tell me where am I? The woman blinked at my approach. She frowned and scowled in my general direction. Oh my god, that's not nice. This is Kejamite. Oh, Kejamite. Let's just call it Kejamite. And it's the name of the place, right? She looked uncomfortable talking to me, so I thanked her and let her be. Kejamite. I have never heard of a town like that before. Where? How? Did I end up here? The thought of being somewhere I didn't recognize scared me. How was I supposed to get back? Home if I didn't even have the slightest idea where to go? I took a deep breath to calm myself down. My next best friend would be asking someone to allow me to make a call from their mobile phone. I approached an older man in a business suit. Scott, excuse me, may I use your phone? I'm a bit lost and I would like to call a friend of mine so he can pick me up. His lips curled into arguments and frowned. I'm sorry, I'm in a bit of a hurry. I approached person after person, but even after what felt like several hours, I had no luck. No one wanted to lend an half-dressed stranger their phone. As I made my way through a side street, I heard two elderly women whispering to each other. Older woman 1. I heard of some violent incidents recently. Most got away with just a flesh wound, saying that they were attacked by someone or something. Yeah, I heard that too. I wonder if it has anything to do with the pet disappearances. I heard of another cat that hadn't come back in several days. Who's this? I was so focused on the conversation that I almost ran into a girl. a really manga girl. Oh, I'm sorry. I mumbled an apology until I realized that she had approached me on purpose. Hi. Hi. You need to call someone, right? She extended her hand and offered me her phone. How did you know? People have been talking about you. We had some violent crimes here recently. Everyone is a little on the edge. Many pets have been getting sick. Some say he has been poisoning them. She nervously shuffled her feet and glanced away. Thank you. I won't take long. I took the phone and dialed a friend's number. But the call didn't go through. I tried it again, but the result was the same. Maybe his phone was turned off? I tried my parents' house, then my job's front desk, then my boss' personal cell. Let's save again. Each time the call failed. I was sure that I had the right numbers. Maybe the phone had a bad connection? It seems like the calls won't connect for some reason. Maybe you will have more luck trying a landline. My phone does act up sometimes. You might be right, still. Thank you a lot. I didn't want to hold her until any longer, so I gave her her phone back and wandered off with a rushed farewell. Leaving the way I have been a bit rude, but I was too frustrated to care. I just wanted to look for another way to get in contact with someone I knew. Just gonna save again. It occurred to me that I was out for directions to the police station. I turned to look at her, but she has already vanished. As I made my way through town, I could now definitely feel the tension in the air. That girl was right. Everyone was on edge. While I was passing by a hallway, something caught my eye. They were too big to be rats. I couldn't really make anything other than the airy, glowing eyes. What? Maybe it was a cat gang searching for trash in the food. What's that? That doesn't look... What the hell? What? I proposed food. I was starving. But I couldn't possibly just ask random people to feed me, and since my wallet was missing, I didn't have any money to buy something. Though there were only tempting looking plants growing nearby. That looks like a fish, but also this part looks like a fish, but this one looks like asparagus. As I stared there, I felt appalled. Their strange appearance hypnotized me, and without me noticing, I fed inch closer, and closer, and closer. Oh my god! I'm gonna save again. Oh my! I'm really hungry, right? Let's put myself in the situation of the character. I'm really scared. I'm hungry. But I don't know where am I. And maybe eating one of those plants was why I faint in the first place. So I'm not gonna eat them. I broke away from the hypnotic pull of the plants. What was I thinking? It didn't matter how hungry I was. They may be poisonous, yeah. But my hunger was beginning to gnaw at my insides. My vision grew blurry. Who knew how long since I ate it? Suddenly I collapsed and the world around me vanished. I heard that another team had some problems with the scientists on the ruins when they were being banned from their research center. What? That was supposed to happen? She apparently performed experiments on humans who were... I can almost sympathize with her. It was dark when I awoke. It seemed like no one had bothered to help me. I tried to get up, but I couldn't. My whole body was paralyzed from hunger. Something was shuffling by my ear. I felt the sniffing of an animal. Perhaps one of those cats I saw earlier. I couldn't bring myself to look. It lost interest and walked past toward me the plaza. I heard more follow. As they padded into view, I noticed that something was off about them. It must have been my mind playing tricks on me and my hunger was overwhelming. Something about their bodies was wrong. They started to eat the plants. Yeah, the plants make you mutate, right? So, good thing I didn't eat them. They were smacking rather loudly and made unnatural fleshy sounds. Every now and then one would pause and give off a long growl that didn't all sound like a cat, more like a slightly higher pitched bear growl. After a while the sounds diminished and I felt their presence vanish. I gathered my strength and forced myself to my feet. What had just happened? What were those creatures? This game is so on the edge, it's amazing. The violent crimes that I had heard were broken into my mind. My hands began to shake slightly. What happened if I hadn't been paralyzed? And if I hadn't noticed that I was still alive? Most house lights were still lit. I must have been out for long. Once again my body gave off a deep growl. It was as if my stomach was eating itself. I had to get some food or else I was in danger of collapsing again. Being as desperate as I was, I approached the next best house and knocked on. I was surprised when the door actually opened. Oh, it's a really nice female woman. Hi there. Come on in. How nice of your visit. I say female, I wanted to say feminine. Do we know each other? Before me stood a fashionable dressed woman with a big smile on her face. At first glance, she seemed welcoming, but her movements were rather stiff and almost mechanical, as if they had been practiced over and over again. She took another more thorough look at me and seemed to realize that we did in fact not know each other. Ah, you must be a new neighbor then. Please come in. She disappeared before I could correct her. I hesitantly followed her inside. Yeah, that's suspicious, right? Why would you let someone you don't know in your house? Especially if you're a woman and you're alone. On my way in, I saw a football near the entrance with some of the strange-looking plants I had seen earlier. She'd been feeding dust to her pet. I picked after the woman to the living room. Oh, she's not living alone, that's fine. A man leaped to his feet as he saw me and stretched his big hand out to me. His outer armor hung down limply. Apparently he wasn't able to move it. This one? Hi there, it's nice to meet you. How are you doing? I reciprocated his firm handshake and he cheerfully gestured me to take a seat beside him. To my surprise, the girl who had helped me earlier was here as well. She gave me a small wave. It's starting to feel like a festivity. Oh, I'm sorry. We should have a neighborhood get-together like this more often, no? Right, this is... She turned and frowned in my direction while trying to remember the name she hadn't asked me for. Scott, I'm Scott. Right, Scott. He moved in here recently, I think, so I thought we should invite him as well. Certainly, it's nice to meet you. I know, I'm not really... Oh, right, food. Give me a second. The woman rushed into the kitchen and came up with steaming dishes of food. I could make out different kinds of meat, baked potatoes, and more. My stomach gave off a deep growl and my mouth began to water. I had to have honesty about my origin was gone. The other visitors started putting food on their plates and I followed suit. As I devoured it and a leaf came back my body, I let my eyes wander over the others. Everyone seemed to be rather tense, especially the woman and the man. Their movements were rather stiff. Every now and then they threw glances at each other's ways, glances that seemed to indicate mistrust. The woman seemed to especially be eyeing the cup that the man was drinking out of. They are trying to poison each other? What? Every now and then, when they noticed each other's looks, they put on a fake smile. The girl seemed like she hadn't planned to be here in the first place. Was she just dragged into it just like I was? As I was clearing my plate off its scraps, something important flashed into my mind. Excuse me, would you mind if I use your phone? The woman tisked. I'm afraid I don't have one. I never care for those buggers. She looked over to the man. Maybe he can use yours. Of course. I can show you to my house once we're ready to go. Oh, she's not your husband. What? I gave off a sigh of relief and thanked the man. He waved his hand in the air. No problem at all. Please excuse me for one moment though. He shoved out of the room, pressing me toward the bathroom. Alright, I'd like some more tea. This is getting scary. But in a really amazing way, right? I'm glad I haven't encountered screamers, but I'm really on the edge of my seat. Yeah, amazing game. She scooped up the man's cup and left me alone with the girl. I cleared my throat and nodded in her direction. Thank you again for lending me your phone. I did appreciate that. You're welcome. I hope you will have more luck with the landline. Yeah, I hope so too. And I guess that was the end of the conversation. Perhaps she felt uncomfortable speaking to a weird-smelling stranger. I'm going to go wash my dishes. And there she went. The other two were taking quite a while. I used the opportunity to let my eyes wander around the room. The walls were dressed with paintings of all kinds, pictures of the nature, as well as some more abstract drawings. Those are definitely eyes. And this is the plant. A fancy-looking framed piece of paper and a photograph that was standing on the door beneath caught my eye. The former seemed to be an art degree and the latter a picture of the man and woman when they were younger. They were standing somewhere close to the university campus. Both had genuine smiles on their face. It seemed like their friendship went back quite a bit. Hey! Whoa! Did you sneak behind me? I thought I had clear view of the kitchen entrance. I think I heard some rumbling coming from the downstairs. It'd probably be good if you check it out in case she hurt herself. She was likely referring to the woman who had invited me. You did? She has been gone for quite a while now. Maybe something happened to her. Perhaps she'll take a look. Would you come with me? Why have to look alone? I felt her eyes follow me to the basement. To the basement? No, I'm not going to... No. I'm not going to the basement. I'm not going to the basement. No, thank you. No, thank you. I guess I have to, right? For you guys, I will do it. I swallowed by my nerves and carefully crept down the steps. Maybe I should have called out to the woman, but something told me not to. I managed to reach the bottom of the stairs and peek around the corner. There I saw the woman kneeling by a lamplight in front of a large cage. A basket of strange plants sat beside her. There, it's alright. So, the pets, right? In quotes. They got sniff off the cuff. We need to hurry, okay? I know this is Roman 1 too, everyone is. Everyone wants to get rid of the competition. We need to hurry. She held the man's cuff to the bars. Something in her voice disturbed me. Whatever was going on, I wanted her not part of it. I returned to the living room as quietly as I could. There you are, ready to go? Upon hearing the man's loud voice, I jumped on a bit. What I had seen in the basement made me a bit anxious. I took a quick look around and saw the girl was already gone. Sure, I'm ready. Leaving already? I just made some more tea. I turned to see the woman standing in the living room entrance with a pleasant smile. Ah, sorry, dear. I'm just not young enough to stay out late like we used to. But they are married, right? I think. She put on a playful pout. Ah, you do want me. Come by again. You're welcome anytime. We bid our farewells and sailed into the cold night. I was glad to leave. But Hapsin was still nagging on my mind. The man might be in danger, I had to tell him. I hesitated. How was I supposed to tell him when I myself wasn't sure what I had seen? But I collected myself and went for it. To my surprise, he wasn't nearly as upset as the woman as I thought he would be. He actually seemed to be more upset at me. I think you should not have snooped around in someone's house who invited you over. I was left perplexed at what just happened. I thought I was warning him, but instead I'd been scolded like a child. His face relaxed and he gave me the usual smile. It seemed slightly pained at this time. I suppose there'd been no harm done. Perhaps he just didn't believe me. I could not blame him. I noticed more and more vacant houses as we crept through the town. Some were boarded up, doors had been left wide open. Why are there so many empty houses here? These houses have been vacant for a while now. You need not worry. I was sure that I was passing by here earlier, but I didn't notice any abandoned buildings back then. They couldn't have left so suddenly in just half a day, could they? An uneasy feeling started to fester inside of me. Yeah, I don't trust this guy. Here we are. We stopped before a house that looked much like every other house in the town. He stepped inside. I hesitated in the entrance before trailing behind him. Oh, this looks like the other house, but without that thing here. Come on in, no need to be shy. Do you want something to drink? No, thanks. The man hastily granted and led me down the hallway. There's something on the tea, right? And I'm guessing it's the plant. Like maybe the cats eat the plant, and then they put the saliva of the cats on the tea or something like that. I don't know. It's so interesting, this game. All the worries of the day had gone to my edge. But what if I still couldn't reach anyone? Where should I go? I was balancing a fine line between hope and despair, and the phone call will probably be that it will topple me in either direction. Alright, here you are. The phone was one of those old-fashioned ones that had a cord attached to the receiver. At least it had buttons instead of rotary dial. I picked up the receiver and tried a number. Am I doing something wrong? There's no dial tone. Oh, let me see. He took the receiver from my hand and pressed a few buttons. He let out disappointment sigh. And not again. Those damn rodents keep getting to my cables. I'll go take a look at it. Feel free to make yourself at home. Ah, in case you get thirsty. He fetched a small bottle of soda from the kitchen and gave it to me and went into the basement. Don't trust the soda. It seemed like I would be like with soon. Once I held a drink in my hand, I did start to get thirsty. Oh my god. Stay here and wait. Take a look around. So he's gonna get mad if I take a look around. But if I stay here and wait, I'm not gonna learn anything about the world, right? So I rather take a look around and die. Let's go. Oh, I'm gonna save here again. What should I check out? The pictures, the living room, check the study. I'm gonna check the pictures. I took a look at the pictures hanging in the wall. There weren't too many, but he seemed to be pretty cheerful in one of them. Especially the ones with his dog. Oh, what a cute dog. For some reason I hadn't seen her around. Nothing else caught my eye. What should I check out? The living room. It was only one room over. Surely he won't mind. He said I should feel at home after all. The living room was minimalistic and unimpressive. A TV stood in the corner gathering dust. His bookshelf was well maintained on the other hand. I looked over the books. He seemed pretty interested in biology. Maybe he was a teacher or even a researcher, just like myself. Oh, I'm a researcher, right? I might be doing some experiments and something went wrong. I'd love to chat with him about his field so once I get out of this mess. I chose a random book and opened it. I quickly shut it to check the title. It seemed like I had pulled out a fantasy book instead of a biology text. Evolutionary Development, a Practical Study Guide. That would be a rather weird name for a fantasy novel, but the descriptions of the pages confirm it being fiction. No, I don't want to say it. The pages show drawings of creatures I've never seen before, accompanied by detailed graphs and diagrams. I guess this could be one of those fake science art pieces like the Voynich manuscript is theorized to be. Yeah, something like that. I returned the book and went back onto the hall. Alright, it's all done. I jumped. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. No, it's fine. Good thing he didn't catch me snooping around. The phone should be working now. Feel free to give it a try. I'll give you some place. Call me when you're done. He took the bottle I had drawn from earlier and left through the hallway. Oh, I thought it was a can. It was a bottle. I had an odd sense of deja vu. I took it off and started dialing the numbers. They were the same. I already tried Chris' phone. Also, how could that be? I was 100% certain the numbers were correct. I tried all the numbers of friends, family, and even work colleagues I could think of until finally... Woman. Yes, hello? It was a woman's voice that I didn't recognize. I was certain that I had dialed the number of one of my work colleagues. Excuse me, isn't this Tom's telephone number? I don't know who that is. Are you another scam caller? Don't call me again. She hung up. Alright, something was definitely wrong here. I may best to talk to the man and see if he could help me somehow. Maybe he had a clue as to how I could get back home. I crept down the hall. He went this way, right? I began to hear some murmuring. A steady chill ran down my back. The sound was coming from the basement. No, not again. Oh my god. The old floor was still beneath my toes. I saw the flickers of the weak light coming from down the steps. I took them as gently as I could as I held a hand over my mouth to quiet my breath. I reached the bottom and turned to a corner. It was just like before. The man knelt before a big cage, a small lamp next to him, and he held something out to the bars. He hissed to whatever was inside. Yes, you have the scent now, don't you? We must take care of this one tonight. He's curious. He will find the secret much faster than the others. Oh no. No. We can have him making something like you. Like you too. It's kill or be killed in this town. My stomach dropped out from the darkness. I heard their horrible scrapping from the side of the cage. I took a step back, bumping into a wall. Before I could react, I accidentally switched on the mind light. Oh my god, I'm dead. The sudden flood of white blinded me for a moment. Once my eyes adjusted, the first thing I saw was it. What the actual freaking... The man was screaming at me, but I couldn't barely think about him. I could look away from that creature. Oh my god, that's actually really well done. Oh my god, and it's eating the plant. Yeah, right? Oh my god, I can't stop. I'm scared, but I can't stop looking at it. It's so well done. Oh my god. It was cowering inside a dirty cage that seemed to be too small for it. It had the features of a human, but I could also see some elements that were simply dog-like. Its mouth was way too big, and the inside of it was filled with seemingly random set of teeth, or at least something that resembled teeth. Oh yeah, here too. Oh my god. Worst of all, too, we were the enormous ace staring right back at me. The man fumbled with the lock on the cage. My feet finally began to move. I ran out of the house and into the streets. All the while, until was frantically running through my head. I had to get out. I had to get away from this demented town. With this thought clouding my mind, I had realized that I had exited town already, and I was on a big grassy plain. Breathing heavily and with fear flooding my mind, I almost not noticed how heavy my legs had become. Yeah, good thing I had some food. Soon I was struggling to stay on my feet, and my vision slowly darkened from exhaustion and panic. I wanted to look back to see how close the monster was, but I was too afraid of seeing it right behind me. I gathered my courage and quickly glanced behind me, and to my surprise, the thing wasn't following me. I didn't know if it ever followed me in the first place, but it seemed like the man wanted to send it after me to kill me. Realizing that I was safe for now, I stopped. My legs were numb and almost gave in, but I managed to keep standing. I couldn't believe what I had just seen. It couldn't be real. There was no way to explain what I had seen, and every inch of my body repulsed the idea of such monster existing. but I have seen it with my own 2 eyes. I continued on, at a slower pace. This time and soon came to a small but quickly flowing river. It wasn't a good night to get my clothes wet, but it looked small enough for me to jump over with a running start. I wasn't the athletic type, but I managed to leap over the gap. After walking for what felt like hours, I caught a glimpse of a town. It looked quite a bit bigger than the one I had just left. The concrete buildings looked like needles from the distance. I wasn't fully sure what I felt at the moment. Part of me was relieved about seeing some civilization and being able to look for help. Another part of me was still in shock over what I had just experienced, but I was too tired to try to make sense of it. And so I pushed myself onward using the remaining strength I had left. Stun it, it's going to be over, was what I nearly kept mumbling to myself as I dragged myself closer towards the next nightmare. Hi, game director here. So I guess this was the game, the demo. Oh my god, I'm so sweaty here. I need some spaghetti. Hi, game director here. Thank you for trying out Mycorrhiza's demo. This game has been in development for way longer than one could think, and I'm happy to finally be able to share it with you. Whether you are a horror manga nerd or have never read one, I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I do like horror manga, and I do enjoy the game a lot. Maybe I enjoyed it too much. Have you picked up on the dynamic audio implementation as well? Yeah, actually that was really nice, and I think that's not going to transfer well on the video. So I really recommend you guys go and play this game for yourselves. You know, the link will be down in the description, and you can take the other choices I didn't make. So yeah, definitely go and play this for yourself. It's much better if you play it. Yes, as someone who's mainly been a composer and sound designer for visual novels, I'm sure to use my expertise in that area to make this game sound a bit more special. Yeah, it's really well implemented. Actually, the audio was the thing that scared me the most. It's so well done, right? And I think this is some kind of thing. Movies don't work as well as games to scare you, because in games you're interacting with the stuff, and hearing this audio, it's really special, right? No wonder you're a sound designer. They're really well done. You may have noticed change in the title screen theme now that you finished the first act. Wing wing. If you'd like to help us make Mycorrhiza the best it can be, then please consider sharing your opinion on with us. Click on the text to open a survey page in your browser. I'm not gonna do that right now, but I'm gonna go and comment in your itch.io page. I hope that helps. And if you'd like to be kept on the day on the game's progress, see exclusive teasers, and chat with us about your favorite horror manga, then check out Twitter. There's the Twitter, Mycorrhiza visual novel. Definitely check that out, guys. This game is amazing, and I want to see more of it. And while we're on the topic of Twitters, if you're ever craving for some new horror manga to read, I can recommend checking out Horror Manga Rec, a Twitter account full of recommendations. Now that the first door has finally been opened, I'll work hard to make sure that the second one will open as soon as possible. You can click on the names of the people in the crates that are marked in gray. These are hyperlinks to their social media. You can also find them in the bot section. So like these ones, yes. So what can I say about this game? It's amazing. I love this game. I love this visual novel. It's really interesting. I really felt like I was reading some horror manga. Right? The illustration of the monster was amazing. It's amazing. I'm yet to see the cat. I don't know. I know it's called Pets, right? I can open the second and the third door. Yeah, actually, I noticed the music. Amazing. Yeah, let's go to the about page. So thank you for checking out the demo. If you'd like to get on the game's creation, then make sure to check out Twitter. If you find any bugs or would like to tell us what you like or dislike about the game, then make sure to comment on the itch.io page. I'm gonna do that. I love doing that. I do that for every game I play, and this game is telling me to do it, so I'm gonna do it even more. Both will help us out on. This game was made by Game Design, Writing Audio, and Tim Richard. Editing, Sam Carpenter. Proofreading, editing, Tristan Wolf Barber. Programming, Alfred Prose. And this is the rest of the gang. There's a lot of people working in this game, and I wonder why it's amazing, right? I met with Rampy. So yeah, what to say about this game? A lot to say about this game. I'm gonna write a lengthy review on itch.io for the developer, but for you guys, you saw the game, you listen to the game. Really good. I love that there are no screamers, because I'm a big fan of no screamers in horror games. Screamers are not scary. They get you, but that's not. Oh, this game is scary. I just love it. It works really nice, right? Yeah. I'm trying to think of something bad to say about the game to balance things off, but I can't think of anything really bad to say about the game. Yeah, maybe more choices will be nice. I love games with a lot of choices, but I know it's hard to make a lot of choices in a visual novel, so I'm not gonna ask for something like that. It's not too long, but it's not too short. It's the perfect length, and there's so much mystery on it. Not everything gets explained, but in a good way. Yeah, it's just amazing. Just go ahead and play this game. Link down in the description. And I will see you guys in the next game. Goodbye.